I don't... Okay. I did not know I needed this colour in my life. Ooh, I'm happy. This is nice. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ella if you're new here, if not, hello. So today I'm filming something really exciting. I'm going to be testing out a brand new makeup brand called Focallure. I haven't seen that many people review this brand, so I'm really excited to try it out. What blew me away was the prices. It is so cheap. It's cheaper than Revolution, and as many of you know, Revolution is my favourite brand because of how cheap it is. So if these products are better than or cheaper than Revolution, then I'm going to have my new favourite brand. So Focallure is a vegan and cruelty-free brand, which is perfect. I love how more and more brands in 2019 are going vegan and cruelty free, so that's really good. So you can get lots of different makeup products from this brand. I got my full face of makeup from here, so I'm really excited to try it out. If you are too, then don't forget to subscribe and like, and keep on watching. Okay, so I haven't even opened the package yet. This is what it looks like. It is quite small for what I've got. I did get a foundation, an eyeshadow palette, some highlighter, bronzer and blusher, and a lipstick. So I was surprised when it came in this small package. So looking back on my order, I ordered it on the 8th of July, and they do say it comes between 7 and 15 business days. Now I didn't receive this till the 27th, so that's 19 days. So just be careful with that if you are looking to receive the makeup in a specific date, because it does obviously run a little late. Okay, so I got 4 different things. Like I said, I got some mascara, which was £5.49. I got some face highlighter blush powder, which comes with highlighter, blush and bronzer, and I got this for only £7.18, which is amazing. And then I got the Skin Evolution foundation, which even crazier, was only £6.29, and a Sunset palette, which was £12.49. So that palette is kind of drugstore prices, which is good, and I did get a discount on it, which brought it down to £23.60. Now the one problem with this brand is the shipping is quite expensive. It was £6 to ship, which isn't really that bad considering all the products are very cheap, but like I say, it did run late, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so without further ado, let's open this up. So this is what it looks like inside. Okay, so this is kind of cool. It's just like a big bubble wrapped box, and here are my products. So we've got the fluid foundation, nice small packaging. We have the volumizing mascara, the blush, highlight and contour face, and finally we have the really cute packaged eyeshadow palette. So first thing that grabs my eyes is the packaging. It is really sweet. It's nice and minimal, apart from this packaging, which is beautiful. There are a few dents in the packaging, but I don't think the actual products themselves will be harmed. So yeah, let's just get on into it. Okay, so I have just done my eyebrows off camera. I used the Maybelline Brow Precise as always, and I'm thinking of starting off with my base this time instead of eyeshadow. So let's dig into the foundation. This is the face foundation, the Focallure Fluid Foundation in number 2 Porcelain. And let's see what they claim. So they say Focallure Fluid Foundation can camouflage imperfections and deliver a long-lasting velvet matte finish. Okay, so first thing that stands out to me, if you do have dry skin, this may not be perfect for you because it does claim to be matte, but if that's what you like, then this could be good. This highly pigmented formula blends effortlessly to create a dimensional velvet matte finish that never looks flat. Okay, so we'll see about that. And if I just take the foundation out, it's quite small. Let's see, does it say how much fluid ounces it has? Yes, 30, so that is kind of the average anyway, which is good. So as you can see, the packaging is quite basic. It's really nice and matte. I think it's a plastic base, which is quite good if you want to go traveling with it. So it says that it's got SPF 15, which is really good actually. I know a lot of foundations are starting to put SPF in, so that's really good to protect your skin when you go outside. And yeah, let's just try this out. So it comes with a little pump, which is nice. Now this, as I said, is the number 2 Porcelain. I hope this is my shade. Obviously it's quite hard to know online, but we'll just give it a go. Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze it out. I'll do 3 pumps So it's quite a thick foundation. Actually, it's very thick. If you're more into the thinner kind of foundation that might be less full coverage, then this probably isn't for you. Okay, so I'm just using my beauty blender and oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is very thick. I think this might be a tiny bit dark, but actually no, it could work. Let's see what it looks like on my neck. Maybe a tiny bit dark, but we can just blend it out. Yeah, this definitely is a little dark. Actually, that was one thing about the foundation. We only have 8 shades, which is horrific, and the darkest one is called Sand, and this is what it looks like, so it's not very dark at all. So that's one issue. The colour range is really not very good, so if you are on the darker side of foundations, then this probably isn't for you, which is horrendous to say in 2019, since we have so many different brands giving us like 40-50 colour shades, and this gives us 8, which really isn't very good. Okay, so I'm just going to apply the rest to the rest of my face. It does blend out very well, which is good, especially since this colour isn't my perfect match. I actually really quite like the coverage. It's, again, like I said, not really a full coverage because you can still see my freckles, but it does get rid of, like it said, any kind of imperfections, which is good. I'm really surprised about how this has turned out. So that's the foundation. As you can see, it's pretty much gone rid of my dark under eyes, which is very good. So far, it doesn't seem to be creasing anywhere, which is really good. Okay, so that's the foundation. I actually really like it. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the Focallure blush, highlight and contour powder. This is like a kind of 3-in-1, which is actually really good. This is what it looks like. A nice kind of chunky, hard size, which is good. Again, they've gone for the kind of matte finish, which is what I really like. And oh, it comes with a mirror and the bronzer, highlighter and blush, so it is quite a condensed palette, but it's quite nice having a 3-in-1, especially if you do go on holiday. So what does this claim? Let's have a look. It says Focallure Face Studio Master Contour is an easy to use 3-step face contouring kit featuring a bronzer, blush and highlighter. Long-lasting colour seamlessly blends with natural skin tone for a radiant, healthy glow. Okay, that sounds good. Each sculpting palette includes a luminizer for highlighting the cheekbones, blush to make the cheeks pop, and a satin bronzer to contour and define. They blend effortlessly for a smooth, easy application. The results will leave you with a fresh, natural, seamless look that is radiant and dazzling. Okay, that sounds perfect. The bronzer is a kind of matte finish. The blush is very, very vibrant. I'm not sure how pigmented that will be. Hopefully not very. And the highlighter, it just looks like a kind of everyday highlighter. This is the Morphe brush. It's just a kind of tapered brush. And I'm going to dip into the bronzer. I'm not really sure how much to do or how pigmented this will be. Okay, that's quite nice. It is quite hard getting it out of here, which is an issue. Oh well, there we go. That's the kind of pigmentation we want. Like I said earlier, it is a matte finish, which is what I like. I'm not really into those kind of glowy bronzers. I am having to kind of squeeze my brush a little to get it in, so be cautious of that. It is a very nice bronzer though. It's actually really pretty. And it's definitely doing what it says. It is blending in really well. Ooh, I'm happy. This is nice. Okay, that's the bronzer. I really like how that's turned out. At the start, it wasn't very pigmented, but if you do work it in and, you know, blend it all out, then it actually looks really nice. What do you guys think? This could be a dupe for the Hoola bronzer. Okay, let's see if the blush is as good as the bronzer. I am a bit apprehensive about the blush simply because of how pigmented it is. Oh my god. That is so pigmented. Let's give it a go. Okay. Ah! That is so pigmented. You're gonna have to really, really brush it off and use the most delicate hand. I'm gonna have to try and blend this in somehow. Yeah, this isn't for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit too bright. I'm more of the kind of natural blush, and this is, it looks like they've just used an eyeshadow for blush. I don't, I'm just gonna leave that there. I mean, it works, but if you're like me and you don't particularly like an intense blush look, then maybe not. Okay, finally for the base, we'll use the highlighter. See what this looks like. I'm not sure how I'm gonna dip my fan brush in. I might have to do the same that I did with the bronzer and just kind of dip it in. See how that goes. Did anything come out? Okay, I might use my finger. This is what it looks like. So it's a very nice kind of champagne-y gold colour. You can't really see it though. I mean, it's definitely going on, but it's not the most blinding. And if you've been watching my videos recently, you will know that I'm a more of a blinding kind of highlighter girl. I mean, it's not too bad, it's quite pretty. I think what I've noticed with this combo is that you do have to try and work hard to get the colours at first. They seem to kind of have a top layer, which stops them from being the most pigmented, but as soon as you know, dip your brush in a few times, then the colour definitely does come out. I really like that highlighter actually. I know at first I said that you can't really see it, but now I'm seeing a little bit more. It's a really nice goldy colour. Okay, that's the base done. I am quickly just going to go in with the Revolution Conceal and Define just under my eyes. This foundation has done a really good job to cover my under eyes, but just for a little bit extra coverage, I am going to be going in with that. Okay, now onto the fun part. We're going to go into the eyeshadow palette. This is what the palette looks like. It is the Sunset 12 shade eyeshadow palette. It's a really nice packaging. I really like that. That's actually beautiful packaging. It's kind of got like a halo glow. So it says it's the 12 colours portable eyeshadow palette Sunset inspired by SNS. Let's see what it says. Inspired by Social Network, 12 colours from the Sunset Tone warm matte eyeshadows ranging from light to deep. They are arranged in rows for 3 easy looks. Oh, that's really good. They've clearly placed it in different ways so that you can have 3 different looks. That's nice. Customise your application to switch from natural to dramatic. Okay. The super blendable powder formula glides on like a cream. Okay. Providing long-wearing, intense payoff that's never chalky or patchy. Okay, now they claim a lot in that. Let's open it up. Ooh, that's so pretty. Comes with a brush and a big mirror, as you can see, with some really nice colours. So what have we got? We've got browns. We've got a really nice kind of reddy colour here. I think I might have to use that. We've got some silvers. Okay. I'm excited. This looks so good to try out. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be going with a warm kind of golden look. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in so you can see. I'm starting with this nice sunray colour for a transition. That's really nice and pigmented and a really good kind of transition colour. I like that. Okay, I'm just going to go in with the other eye. I really like how they've kind of said they've got 3 different looks, and I can actually see that. They've kind of got like a nice square here, square here and square here. Okay, that's clever. So they've got a mix of mattes, shimmers, and I think Firework, which is the one I might use. Looks like a kind of chunky glitter. So that'll be interesting to see how it goes on. Now they did say it goes in like a cream. I have to say I wouldn't know what a cream kind of eyeshadow would be like, but it's definitely blending really, really well. I'm just gonna place this all over my eye. Okay, that's a pretty good transition colour. Okay, next I think I'm gonna dip into the burnt shade here. That's what it's called, burnt. It's a nice dark brown, kind of like a purple actually, and I'm just gonna place this on the outer corners. I'm not going to be doing a halo look, I'm just going to be putting it onto the corners and blending it out with the other colour. And then going back in with Sunray, I'm just going to be blending those two together. These are definitely blending really well. I'm liking how they are applying as well. They're definitely very pigmented, and for a brand that's this cheap, that's really good. So I think this was around £11–12, which is actually really good, especially how it comes with lots of different mattes and glitters. Okay, and I'm going to be dragging that burnt colour just underneath my bottom lash line as well. I really like that colour. I haven't actually really seen it in that many palettes. It's a nice kind of purpley brown colour. Okay, and finally I'm going to go in with this pinky purple look called Firework. Now this is a kind of glitter. Let me dip my finger in. Okay. Ooh, that's really nice. And I'm just going to be applying it to my lid. Oh my god. Okay. I did not know I needed this colour in my life. That is beautiful. That is so nice. It's so creamy and it kind of just goes on perfectly. It's so odd because from here it looks like it's kind of going to be a chunky formula, but when you dip your finger into it, and I would recommend probably using a finger for shades like this, it just blends in completely perfectly and creamy. Okay, I absolutely love that. And finally, I'm just going to go back in with the original shade and try and blend those three colours together. Okay, I really like how this look's gone. I was going to put a wing in, but I really like how this has turned out on its own, so I think I might leave it there. And finally, I'm going to go in with this silver colour here called Poison, and I'm going to be placing it into my inner corners. Oh my goodness, but that's actually purple. This formula is a bit odd. It kind of feels like a chunky glitter, this one. It doesn't feel like the other one, but if you can see, it's just a really nice glowy highlighter. I definitely wouldn't use that actually as highlighter, as I'm not sure you particularly want purple highlighter, but that is beautiful. Okay, I'm living for this eyeshadow look. I really, really like that palette. Again, this is the Sunset palette. This is what it looks like. Go get it, I really recommend. Okay, and the final product we have to try is the mascara. Let's see what it claims. It's the volumizing mascara, and it says Focallure volumizing bomb lash mascara is their first mascara for voluptuous volume and length, now with even more black pigments. Okay, soft wavy bristle brush holds maximum formula for a dramatic volumizing charge. Okay, so it says it's volumizing and lengthening, so let's try it out. Okay, so it's quite large. It does kind of just look like an everyday mascara, kind of drugstore mascara. Since it does say it's volumizing and lengthening, let's give it a go. Okay, so far it's not giving me too much voluming, but it is lengthening my lashes a bit. The wand is quite good, except I can't really feel that it grips onto my lashes that well. I feel like this is the kind of mascara where you do have to build it up and put a few layers on to get the maximum kind of volume. Okay, they make the bottom lashes look really nice actually, really nice and long. I'm just struggling a bit with the top ones. Since it's so big, I can't really get into the corner of my eye, which is annoying. It's definitely doing what it claims, but there are a lot more mascaras that I use that I find are better, such as obviously the Bad Gal Bang, which is my favourite. Okay, the more product I'm applying, the better it is looking actually. Yeah, as you can see, this is what it looks like at the start, and then if you keep applying and working, it does turn out to look like this, which is good. If you are in a rush, this probably isn't the best mascara if you want a kind of full coverage, but if you're like me and you're, you know, trying it out and you have the kind of time, then it is quite nice to build up. But I do like how it's turned out, and it's obviously very cheap, which is perfect. Okay, so this is the finished look. I just finished it off with a bit of the Primark High Shine Lip Gloss, and yeah, this is the finished look. I really like how it's turned out, especially the eyeshadow, which literally blew me away, that palette. It was really nice and blendable, and I loved the different varieties of colours they chose. The foundation was probably my second favourite product. It went on really nicely and blended out perfectly. The only problem with the foundation is the shade range, so do bear that in mind. And then for the bronzer, I really liked the bronzer. I felt like it was a dupe for the Hoola bronzer, so if you do want a cheaper version of that, then definitely go onto the Focallure website and pick out some bronzer. The highlighter and blush probably wasn't for me because the blush was obviously very pigmented. I didn't really like how bright it was, and the highlighter wasn't as blinding as I usually like, but I did think it was a really clever idea to have a 3-in-1, and it came with a mirror, which was perfect. The mascara I did really like at the end. It just took a while to pack it on, and you did have to put a few layers on, but apart from that, I really liked the finished look. You'll have to let me know down below whether you did like this look and whether you want me to test out any more makeup brands. It was really fun testing out Focallure, and I think I've definitely found a few products which I'll be using for my everyday makeup, so that's good. If you enjoyed the video, I'd love if you liked and subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!